I'm going to teach you the most effective and fastest way to delete hard inquiries from your credit report for 100% free. This is not financial advice or legal advice, and I am not an attorney. First, I want to say that you should not pay anybody to delete hard inquiries from your credit report, because you can in fact do it for 100% free, and it's actually very simple and easy, and you do not have to type up any letters. Before we get into this, I want to give you a super big tip. Stop letting dealerships run your credit, because dealerships are not going to be truthful and honest with you. Unless you have top tier credit that is above a 750 plus, then you know that you can go to the dealership and say, hey, listen, I have a 750. I only want my credit run one time. Or even if you do go to a dealership and you want your credit run time, regardless of where your credit score is, you can actually write it on the piece of paper. So they're going to give you a form to fill out. They're going to say, this is for us to run your credit. You're going to write on there, I only authorize you to run my credit one time at Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And you sign it, get a copy of it, make them make an actual copy for you. And then guess what? Now you have proof. If they ran your credit more than one time, you can actually sue them because you didn't give them permissible purpose. And before you even go to the dealership, you want to shop around for different types of loans, whether it be your credit union or any other banks. All you have to do is a simple Google search, pre-qualified auto loans, and you're going to get a massive list from Google. Don't click on the sponsored ones, scroll right below the sponsored ones, and then look at all those. And what they're going to do is they're going to do a soft pre-qualify on your credit report that does not hurt your credit report. It's not a hard inquiry, and they're going to tell you if you meet the actual pre-qualifications to move forward, and they're willing to give you a loan. And then at that point, you go and shop the car that you want, and you know that you can go back to that specific bank. And if you want to move forward with that specific bank, you just tell them, okay, I want to move forward, and then they will actually do a hard inquiry to see exactly what your rate's going to be and how much they can actually let you borrow. That's how you stay away from these dealerships actually running your credit a billion times, because they will do it. As an example, like I've been buying Range Rovers now for the last 4 years, and every time I go into the Range Rover dealership, they know me. They know that I'm gonna have a good credit score, and they say, same deal, Mike, you want to actually do financing with the business? I say, absolutely, financing with the business. And then they'll go through the same lender that I've been using now for the past 3 cars that I've had, which is awesome, and I only get one hard inquiry because they want to see where my credit score is at. One last thing real quick. Do you want me to do a video talking about how to do financing with a personal guarantor for your business and without a personal guarantor for your business, so you can finance a car in your business name? If you do, drop it in the comments section, because I've been doing this for a while, and I've noticed that a lot of people have never actually walked you through the whole process, and people like to say, get your car in your business name, and they don't really understand the whole process. They're not telling you the truth. All right, so now we got that out of the way. Let's get back to the business. Now, the first part that we want to do is we want to go to annualcreditreport.com. Remember, annualcreditreport.com. You can get your credit reports for free once a week until they basically stop doing it. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's only once a year. And yeah, I can get my credit scores there too. No, absolutely false. You can get your full credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion for 100% free. You don't have to pay for credit monitoring to actually find all of your hard inquiries. So go to annualcreditreport.com, and then you can go get your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit report for free once a week. It says it on the website. If you don't believe me, it's clearly there, because a lot of people say, that's not true. Well, it's true. Now, just be aware, they're gonna give you your credit reports for free, but they will not give you your credit score. So don't come in the comments saying, oh, they give me my credit score. That's not true. They don't give you any credit score. They only give you your credit reports for free. If you want to see your FICO industry scores, because that's what lenders are actually looking at, link is always going to be in the description for My Score IQ, and it's also going to be pinned at the very top of the actual comments. So we pull our credit reports from annualcreditreport.com, and you're gonna have to go through the process of each one. So you do Experian, and then Equifax, and then TransUnion. But every time you do it, you want to download the PDF. So you do not want to actually print it out, because it could be hundreds of pages, and we don't want that nonsense. We want to download the PDF version. So you'll go to click it to actually print it, and then instead of printing it, you'll click the little PDF button right there, or some of them will actually give you a whole actual button where you can download it and save it on your computer. Save the entire credit report, because again, it's for free, so you can come back once a week and do that if you like to. Now we're going to scroll all the way to the very bottom of your credit reports. That's where you're going to find the hard inquiries. Now remember, we are looking for hard inquiries, not soft inquiries. Soft inquiries do not matter. We want to go after every hard inquiry that is not attached to any accounts. Now remember what I said, you only want to attack any hard inquiries that are not attached to any open or closed accounts. So let's say for instance you have an actual Capital One credit card that you closed, but there's still a hard inquiry on your credit report and you want to actually attack it and get it off your credit report. Well, if you do that, it can cause an actual red flag to go off, and they could just actually take that whole account off your credit report, and you don't want that. So this is why you never want to attack any hard inquiries that are attached to any open or closed account. Now, people ask me a billion times, Mike, I ran my credit at a dealership. I did get approved, but I have like 8 hard inquiries on my credit report. Can I attack those? Remember, the key here is never ever attack any hard inquiries that are attached to any open or closed account. So if you have 10 hard inquiries on your credit report, but only one of them are for the lender, then that should tell you you should only attack the other 9, but don't attack the one that's actually attached to whoever gave you the loan for your automobile or for your credit card or whatever it may be. Now, once you get your Equifax, TransUnion, and your Experian credit report, you scroll all the way to the bottom, like we said earlier, and you look for the hard inquiries that are not attached to any open or closed accounts, and then you write them down on a list for each credit bureau. So one for Equifax, one from Experian, and one for TransUnion. Have 3 separate lists. I want you to list the name of the hard inquiry and the date that it happened. Those are the 2 most important things that you write on your list for each credit reporting agency. Now that we have made our list, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I'm gonna put up all the numbers for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. All of these numbers are in fact working numbers. So please don't come into the comments tell me, oh, the phone number doesn't work. Yes, it works. I check it, we use it, and I know for a fact it's 100% active. Now, when you actually pick up the phone, you're going to call whatever number you decide to use on the list, and you're going to ask to speak to the fraud department. You're gonna go through a bunch of prompts, but you need to pay attention because it's gonna be automated. It's gonna ask you for your personal information to type it in. Once it verifies you, it's gonna ask you what you would like to do. You want to go straight to the fraud department and speak to a human being. You never ever want to call them first thing in the morning because they are being inundated by people calling. As soon as they wake up, they want to call the credit reporting agency, and they're not going to be in the best of mood. I will suggest that you call right after lunchtime. So right around between 1 o'clock and 2 p.m. because they've just got off their lunch break. They're in a great mood. And now you have a good opportunity to talk to somebody that's in a better mood as opposed to they just got to work. They're getting bombarded. They're getting hammered and they're not in the best of moods. Now, once you go through the whole automated process, you're going to be on hold, and then you're finally going to get to a human being. You need to be the nicest and kindest person you have ever been. Let's do a quick scenario on how it's gonna go. Hi, thank you for calling Equifax. My name is Elvis. How can I help you today? Oh, hey Elvis, how you doing today, man? I hope you're having a great day. I mean, tell me, let's be honest, how you doing today, bro? You'd be really shocked, and he's gonna say, oh, I'm doing okay. Like, thank you for asking. Well, hey, listen, Elvis, my name is Mike, and I know you've probably been yelled at all day today, and right? Have you been yelled at today? Let's be honest. And they're gonna laugh at it. Yeah, I've been yelled at today, but listen, I'm not here to yell at you today. I just got a really small issue that I hope you can help me with if it's possible, Elvis. Well, actually, Elvis, this is probably gonna be the easiest call you're ever gonna have today because I have no intention of yelling at you. I've got something really small that I have to deal with today, and I was wondering if you could possibly help me. I found a bunch of hard inquiries on my credit report that I did not actually authorize, so I was wondering if you could possibly help me get those removed from my credit report today. If it's possible, I would truly greatly appreciate all your help today, Elvis. Now, Equifax and Experian are gonna be super cool. TransUnion is going to act like a complete hoe-ass. I'm just gonna tell you right now. But if you get someone that's rude or they're just not kind, don't be rude to them because they're gonna log it. So every time you call, they're not gonna wanna actually deal with you and they're gonna make it hard for you. So be super kind and say, if they say, oh, sorry, we can't do that. You gotta send us an FTC report. You have to do this, you have to do that. Oh, listen, Elvis, no big deal, man. No big deal, no worries. I hope you have a wonderful day, man. And hang up the phone. And then call back and speak to somebody completely different. This may take you one time, it may take you up to 4, 5, maybe 6 times until you get the right person, but don't give up because that's what they do. They want to get you off the phone as fast as they possibly can. But when you do get the right person, they say, sure, well, tell me what hard inquiries are you talking about? And you'll actually just give them the list. You'll say, okay, I have a hard inquiry from Santander on 12/1/2022. That's not authorized. Okay, and you just go down the list and you give them to them. And then at the end of this, say, is it all the help you need? You say, yes, that's all I need. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the easiest and fastest way to delete a hard inquiry from your credit report, and it does not cost you a dime. And please don't come into the comments saying, oh, this doesn't work. We use it all the time. I actually use it for myself. So I know for a fact that it's actually working, and it's still actively a great way to delete hard inquiries from your credit report without spending a dime. I want to leave you with one big tip here. Remember, be kind to these people when you talk to them on the phone. Yes, they're not your friends. They're not there to help you. They're not the best people to help you either. But when you're kind to them, you will get so much farther. Now, also remember, when you do actually get someone that's actually going to help you, they're going to tell you, hey, we're going to place a fraud alert on your credit report. You're going to say, no, listen, I'm perfectly fine. I do not need a fraud alert on my credit report. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze it as soon as I'm done talking to you on the phone. But I greatly appreciate it that you're trying to help me, but I do not want a fraud alert on my credit report. I'll freeze it on my own. A fraud alert is a big red flag to any lender. So you want to make sure there are no fraud alerts on your credit report and they do not place them on there, because it can stop you from any type of lending process and it can hurt you in the long run. I also want to give you one final tip here. I know I keep saying one last tip. This is really, I promise, this is the last one. I want you to understand that hard inquiries don't hurt you as much as people like to think they do. At the most, you can lose 6 points. The highest we've ever seen is 10 points, but I don't believe that. It's people with Vantage credit scores that they're looking at. But with the FICO scoring algorithm, you can usually only lose up to 6 points, even if you get approved or you get declined. So it's not that serious. And people think that, if I go around shopping to an actual auto loan or a mortgage or a student loan and I run my credit 100 times, that's going to hurt my score and drop it 100 times. No, it does not hurt you. You can do as many hard inquiries as you want in a 30-day period if you're shopping for an auto loan, a mortgage, or a student loan, and it only counts for one hard inquiry. The reason why we want to remove them from the credit report, all the excess ones, because it looks bad to any lenders. It looks like you're thirsty, like you're out there searching for money, when in fact, you were just going through the loan process and you were just shopping actual interest rates, which you should as a consumer, so you have that right. And this is why FICO does not punish your credit score when you have multiple hard inquiries for an auto loan, a mortgage, or a student loan in a 30-day window. But once you go past that 30-day window, completely different story. It'll count again, but try to do it all in the same 30-day window and it only counts as one. And it's not a big deal, but we want to get rid of the excess actual hard inquiries that you may have got at a dealership because you didn't know they were going to run your credit. And that's going to help you make sure that you're actually looking more appealing and your file looks like a lower risk, because it's about lowering your risk to a lender and showing them that you are not a high-risk borrower. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered a lot on how to attack hard inquiries and how they affect your credit score. Make sure that you watch the next video, because it is about how to delete charge-offs from your credit report. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.